Hey, what you reading for?
Recently, I went on a binge watching video after video after video of what's wrong with BookTube, or BookTube is so problematic, or what I hate about BookTube and why I'm leaving BookTube. I thought maybe I'd just watch one or two videos, but it got addictive, and I just kept watching and kept watching and watching. Some of the videos were interesting, but what was more interesting than the videos was also just going through the comments and just seeing what viewers had to say about what was wrong with BookTube. I'm still relatively new at this BookTube thing. I've been doing it for about 8 months, and I think it's great. I think the community is great. I'm meeting a lot of cool people, discovering a lot about books, getting great recommendations from viewers. And also it's interesting to see what other people get out of books that I've read that I wasn't able to get much out of. So it's helping me out as a reader as well. I think it's fantastic. But I am also aware that I am probably making mistakes as a booktuber, since I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of experimenting. So I went through these videos and especially the comments because I was curious to see what mistakes I might be making that I'm not aware of. And also, I'm also curious as to what mistakes or what traps, pitfalls await me later on in this BookTube journey. What mistakes I will inevitably make, or where my channel will inevitably degenerate into. So that was kind of the research. That's what I told myself, to allow myself to keep watching these videos. Now, I noticed a few consistent themes that kept coming up that I want to address, I want to talk about, share with you my findings. It is important to remember, however, that because I typed into YouTube search words like what's wrong with BookTube, or BookTube is problematic, or why I'm leaving BookTube, what YouTube would do is they would show me the most popular videos in that category. And the most popular videos in the BookTube are generally made by younger creators. Just like young BookTube. Which I think is it's quite a bit different than not young BookTube, if that makes sense. The younger creators tend to have much bigger followings, and they have their videos do much more successful than not so young creators, generally speaking. There are obviously exceptions. I don't know what the demographics are for the viewers of this channel. I assume that the viewers are mostly in my age range, but I really don't know. There might be young viewers watching this channel, which would be great. And if there are, it's fantastic. And also, I'm sorry about constantly saying how I don't care about young people. So a lot of the problems that that the commenters kept referring to were problems that I haven't seen at all in my experience with BookTube, because the BookTube channels I watch and I follow are generally from creators in my age range, and I don't think we have the same kinds of problems, but maybe we do, or maybe we have different problems. Anyway, so there was some overlap. So I've managed to divide these problematic areas, if you will, into 4 different categories, and I just want to go through them with you and share my thoughts. There's a very good chance that you would disagree with what I have to say. If that's the case, please get on the comment section and let me know. One thing I love about BookTube is I share my thoughts, I share my opinions, and people challenge those opinions. They challenge my thoughts, and I want my opinions and thoughts to be challenged. I want to grow, and that's really the best way I know to grow, is to voice my opinions and have them challenged. So that's a great aspect of BookTube as well. So the first category, many comments saying they don't like the consumerism aspect of BookTube. So the gist of the gripe is that booktubers, they have big bookshelves and elaborate bookshelves, lots of books, and they do lots of book hauls where they show boxes of all their purchases, and as if they're trying to promote just reckless spending of money and buying books and making that trendy or a must do thing. So I have a few thoughts on that. Firstly, I'm envious. I don't have a lot of books, simply because I move around a lot. I'm living in a different country almost every year, every 2 years, and I have to pack light, right? I mean, I don't have a car. I just have to really keep my possessions to a bare minimum. I move from country to country with a suitcase and a bag with my cat. That's it. So when I have books, I read them and then I give them away, or I give them to libraries. These books here, these aren't mine. This house isn't mine. I'm house sitting, really. So yeah, I'll have to leave here in a few weeks too. I'll probably move to, I don't know where, a different country. So I'm envious of these bookshelves that booktubers have, and if I were to find a home and live in a place for a long time, I would definitely be guilty of what these other booktubers are doing. I would definitely have bookshelves and fill them up with books and show you everything I'm buying. So I want to push back on that comment because I am in favor of the consumerism aspect of it. I'm a writer myself, not a very successful one, but I need people to buy books. I don't have any other job than my writing, and I have a cat to feed, so I have to sell books. And so when these booktubers are promoting book purchasing, I think that's great. There's a movement going on, or a challenge that was put out in Not Young YouTube, which is the Read What You Own challenge. So someone is trying to encourage people and encourage booktubers not to buy books, but instead read what they own. And when I heard about that challenge, it just broke my heart. I said, no, don't do that. We need to encourage people to buy books. There are writers that are trying to make a living. I'm sure I'm not the only writer with a cat to feed. So no, don't do that. I don't know who started the Read What You Own challenge. I don't want to know who it was, but that hurt. So yes, I'm a huge proponent of the consumerism aspect of BookTube. Unfortunately, I can't really participate in it because I'm kind of homeless at the moment. And when I say at the moment, I mean the last 10 years. But maybe eventually that will end, and then you will see my BookTube channel will be guilty of all that too. I'll have a big bookshelf it'll be empty, but then I'll be buying books and I'll show you everything I buy. And those haul videos do very well, and I like when videos do very well. So I'm envious. The second category of problems that commenters and other BookTube creators kept mentioning is what I call not being genuine. Now this was puzzling for me because commenters were complaining that they don't like booktubers who aren't genuine. And that really, first of all, that concerned me because I am never genuine. And I want viewers to like my channel, obviously, but I'm never genuine. I mean, for example, these books aren't mine. This house isn't mine. Yeah, I'm never genuine. Most of the videos I make, this one is an exception, but usually the videos are scripted. I have to write out everything I'm going to say first. I don't think it's fair to criticize booktubers for not being genuine. I mean, not everyone is comfortable being on camera, and not everyone is comfortable speaking on camera. So I know I have to script things out for myself. It's very difficult for me to just speak off the cuff. I am envious of other creators that I see that get in front of the camera and it seems like they're just speaking naturally, and it seems like their videos, they usually do them in one take. So So I'm very envious of that, because generally what I have to do is I have to think about what I'm going to say. I have to write it all out. I don't memorize what I'm going to say, which means I have to do lots and lots of edits and lots of takes. So I'm envious of these genuine booktubers. But there's another aspect to these criticisms that I noticed, and it has to do with production value, and it's also more often than not directed at young women, young girls. How they wear makeup and they get pretty and they make their bookshelves look pretty, and they're the criticism of the BookTube fashion show. But again, I mean, firstly, like I said, not everyone is comfortable on camera. So if they want to look nice and they want to make a presentation out of it, I don't think that's them not being genuine. I think that's them being what they need to be to get comfortable in front of a camera. Plus, I mean, most people want to look nice when they're on camera. If I thought that were possible, I would make an effort to look nice too, right? In fact, in the early stages of this channel, I did make an effort to look nice. But then I got this really bad haircut, and then it was just impossible. So I just let it go. I'm letting myself go, right? Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the sad part is, but if I thought I could actually achieve some kind of result, I would make an effort. So yeah, not being genuine, and also if you get a sense that they're not expressing their genuine personality, it's not easy being yourself on camera. So I think we should cut them some slack. Also, they might be horrible people. So maybe the persona they're putting on, maybe it's a good thing. I'm also envious, or I appreciate the creativity that goes into creating a persona and creating scripts and creating a certain production style to the video. That's an expression of creativity also. So I was not happy to see that so many viewers commented on a lack of genuineness, because I certainly avoid being genuine when I'm on camera. A complaint that goes along with not being genuine that I saw coming up was transparent call for subscribers. Transparent, people usually in their introduction ask people to subscribe, and they'll ask at the end. I think that's a relatively common thing. I was surprised that I found commenters said they have a problem with that. I thought that was just something everybody knew, that's part of the game, I suppose. And having subscribers is important, actually, to creators. That is something I learned. I did not expect that going in, because when I started this channel 8 months ago, in my head I was like, well, I don't care if I have subscribers or not. I'm just going to do my thing, But as soon as you start getting a few subscribers, then you really, at least for me, then I really started to care. And I pay super attention to it, like what videos get subscribers and what don't. It's addictive, that as well. And it's also validation. Everybody wants to feel validated. And so asking for subscribers or gearing your videos a way that you think will get subscribers, I'm definitely guilty of that. And I'm definitely not going to criticize another creator for doing the same thing. I mean, it's part of the game, isn't it? Also, and that ties in with consumerism, is there are BookTube creators who have, I can't remember what you call it. Oh, these accounts where you give them money. Patreon accounts. They have Patreon accounts, or they have Amazon wishlist accounts. So they ask their viewers to check their wish list so they can buy them books. So, and people said they don't really like that kind of, again, with the consumerism. But firstly, Patreon, I don't really know what Patreon is. I think it's just a way to donate to creators, which I think is great. Like if you want to donate to creators, I mean, they put a lot of time and effort into their videos, and if you get value out of it and you want to donate, that's great. I don't have a Patreon account, and I don't have an Amazon wish list. I do have books though that I publish. So if you want to support the channel, buy yourself a book. I mean, one of my books, obviously. And I don't feel, I do feel kind of weird asking that, but so I just put it, usually in my video, there will be some mention in the description box. But yeah, that would be great if creators made money, and I'm not going to hate on them if they do. But don't buy me books. Firstly, I can't carry them around with me because I'm constantly moving. And even digital books, publishers and writers send me books anyway, and I have access to great libraries. So yeah, just buy yourself a book. I will say, actually, since we're on the subject, do I have books here? Yes, I do. Okay. Don't buy this. I mean, you can buy this book. I'm proud of it, but it's the publisher gets all the money for this. So you should buy this book. This is a self-published short story collection. I mean, the short stories were published in other places, and then I just compiled them into my own. But yeah, the self-publishing ones is the one I make money off of. But I would only make money off this if the publisher got their advance back, which I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway. But if you want to buy that, I'm proud of it too, and maybe but I'm proud of this too, so you can buy that too. It doesn't matter. Do what you want, right? And if you do buy books from any writer, really, and if you leaving reviews is very helpful. That's generally what writers really rely on, reviews, to get the momentum going. Oh, speaking of being transparent about getting subscribers, sometimes if my videos aren't doing well, I'll just have to get my cat here to buy books. I need to eat. Where was I? Yes, the third category of criticisms I kept seeing come up, I'm going to call gatekeeping. Now, I had never really heard of this, actually, not in this context at least. But gatekeeping, I think the sense that I got was there are BookTube creators who are calling out certain authors as being problematic and that we shouldn't read them, and aggressively discouraging readers from reading them or buying their books. And I think that's an accurate definition of gatekeeping. At least was my understanding. I think that this is a young BookTube issue. I have not seen that at all in non-young BookTube. But I can empathize with both sides of that situation, because I have seen young BookTube creators, and when they go off, when they express themselves, they express their outrage over a writer or a particular book. And as a viewer, I am put off by it. I don't like if it gets preachy. I react very badly to being preached to. So I can appreciate the viewer being turned off by that. However, I can also appreciate the other side. I have read a few books in the past few months that I have found problematic, and I want to tell everyone about it. Don't read this. This is really a problem. The reason I have been able to bite my tongue, and the reason I'm able to do so is because I feel if I were to tell people that this book is problematic, don't read it, I feel like a lot of people would read it. And I do not want to promote these books that I think are irresponsible. and problematic. So it's been easy for me to bite my tongue, but I do see booktubers who will promote a book, for example, that I've read recently, a very popular book that I think is very bad for several reasons. And when I see another booktuber promote it or give it a good review, it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable, and I have to fight the urge to not, hey, don't do that, right? And I think younger creators are having less success fighting that urge to express to other creators, don't promote that book. And I think that's what is meant by gatekeeping, and associated with that is bullying, when creators are telling other creators, don't promote that author, don't promote that book. But I can see the temptation there. I've had some bad experiences with some authors recently, not recently, in the last 12 months. And I don't like when I see their books promoted. But I think reacting to it is not going to be productive. So I just kind of have to bite my tongue. The fourth and last category I'm going to call drama. I think that this is more of a young booktube thing. I have not seen any drama really in the non-young booktube community. But apparently in the young booktube community, there's drama, and one booktuber will get mad at another booktuber or call them out, and then they spill lots of tea and they fight back and forth and they gossip. And apparently this is a problem. However, I have also noticed that these videos do very, very well. And generally what happens is one creator will take another creator's comments wildly out of context, and then they will use it to virtue signal, generally. But as a viewer, I don't think I would be interested in that. I think all that's kind of silly. But I do know those videos work. So if there are booktube creators that want to have some drama, I am completely up for it. Just you can get on your channel and just call me out for how not genuine I am. I mean, these books aren't even mine, and I put my cat's always in my videos. Like, how desperate am I for subscribers? That's a cat. It's not a prop, right? I mean, there's a lot of ammo you could have. He says he is from France. He doesn't have a French accent. Like, how disingenuous, how not genuine can he be? And also props. This is an example. Look at this. This is a prop I made for one of my videos. This is a baby sticking scissors into its eye. He thinks sticking babies sticking scissors in the eye, he thinks that's funny. What the hell's wrong with him, right? So anyway, there's a lot of ammo you can use if you want to start. If any creators want to start some drama with me, go for it. I won't take it bad. I will bite back, right? I'll see that and I'll create my own video and call you out for your drama, and then both of our channels will explode, right? We'll spill lots of tea and we'll have lots of fun with it. And if you want some more ammo that you can use, I'll say a few controversial things. Take anything I say wildly out of context. I think that's kind of a prerequisite for tea spilling and drama. Audiobooks, that's not reading. It's not. Reading is it's a different activity. Audiobooks, that's listening. Oh, here's more ammo you can have. Straight people writing stories about gay characters, right? Some people think that that's not a cool thing to do. I do it. I've done it many times. I'm straight. Gay characters. My protagonist. I don't care. Who does he think he is, right? Yeah, so lots of, if you want to start some drama, I'm down for it. I have not seen any of it, though, in the not young BookTube community. It seems to be just lots of good vibes and lots of positive energy, which is great. But it's not helping the videos on the channel. One thing I have discovered, though, in the 8 months that I've done this BookTube experiment, is I rarely do I go negative. In fact, there's really only one video I made that had a negative title, and for me it was a joke. It was 30 Books I Hate. That was the title of the video. So a very negative title, 30 Books I Hate. And it was just one line reviews for these 30 books. And it was like a stand-up comedy routine. It was like 6 minutes. And I realized that it was negative, but I also thought it was kind of funny. So I put it out there, right? And that video did very well. I got thousands of views in like 2 days, which is a lot better than most of my videos do. However, what was interesting is thousands of views, which did not translate into new subscribers. So I took the video down, and I think I learned, although I need more data to confirm this idea, but I think that negative videos get lots of views, but positive videos has those views translate into subscribers. I think that's true. I don't know, but I suggest we test that theory out. If you're a creator out there, let's start something. And yeah, you... So a few random things I also saw in these comments. A lot of people saying they like long form videos. I guess as I push back to what's going on at Book Talk. So that was very encouraging because I enjoy making long form videos, although it's more time consuming and harder to do. But I do prefer that. So I'm glad to hear that there were so many viewers who were in favor of the long form. That's encouraging. When I started out, I was aware that I speak very slowly. So the first dozen or so videos I put out, I think are difficult maybe to listen to because I speak very slowly. So one thing I've had to work on and practice on is to speak more quickly. But and that makes the videos shorter. And as far as complaints for BookTube, I'll have my own, I guess. I'll give my own opinions. I don't like background music. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Yeah, I find it distracting. It makes it seem like I'm watching an infomercial. I don't like the background music. In fact, if I click on a video that has background music, I think it's pretty much I'll click right off of it. Unless like the title really has me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna click right off of that. I think that's the only complaint I have about booktubers. Yeah. Hey, Zviezda. So as a recap, consumerism, I am for it. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position where I can take advantage of it or I can promote it as much as I would like to, but I understand there are a lot of viewers who aren't in favor of it, but I am. Not being genuine, I'm also in favor of not being genuine. Not being genuine, I'm also in favor of not being genuine. I completely get why people or creators would not want to be genuine. I don't want to be genuine. I'm afraid of being genuine or not being genuine. I'm in favor of not being genuine. I am guilty of not being genuine. Anything, I try to avoid reality as often as I can. Gatekeeping, I completely understand the temptation. I think it's counterproductive though, unfortunately. And drama, yes, I am pro-drama. So I'm learning, what I learned from this experiment is that I have not made, I have made a lot of mistakes, sure. I have not made as many as I would like to. I'd like to make more mistakes. So let's get some drama going. Hopefully I'll find a place to live and I'll be able to jump on that consumerism bandwagon. I will continue not being genuine until I feel comfortable with myself, which will probably be never. But I think the viewers get that. I think viewers largely understand that it's difficult being yourself. So people put on a little persona, especially when they're in front of a camera. I think people get that, and I think people are okay. I am never genuine, but I also never lie. I think those two things are possible. I don't tell people I love a book when I actually don't. I don't, yeah. So I'm not genuine to who I am, but I don't lie to the viewers. I'm honest with the viewers in my non-genuineness. So, what do you think of this video? What do you think of BookTube? In the not young BookTube, are there any problems that you are seeing come up? Are you down for some drama? I love hearing from you in the comment section. I love reading your reactions. Thank you for watching. And hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Forgot to say that at the beginning. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next video.